I was a career criminal by worldly standards, and now I've been set free from that bondage. I was an addict by worldly standards, and I've been set free from that addiction. Hi, my name is James Helfer. I am from Springfield, Missouri originally. I have been in Heartland for about 7 years. I currently work at Heartland Recovery Center. I am a group leader. I believe God called me to that position because of my past. He's been able to use me in areas that other people can't reach people. So it really makes me feel better about where I've come from because of the things I'm able to do now with my past. If that makes I came from a household of addiction. Both my mother and father were addicts. So that led me later years to become an addict and incarceration. I spent more of my life incarcerated than I did in the world till I came to Heartland. I've been here since 2015. I had burned every bridge. Every friend or so-called friend that I had caused some kind of conflict because of my actions. My addiction had become out of control. All I knew was incarceration. I didn't know how to function in society. The last time I was incarcerated, the judge and my lawyer said something I've never heard before. They said that prison wasn't working for me, and they asked me if I would like an alternative option. So they brought me an application for Heartland, and that's the day that really changed my life. I started this journey in sobriety in 2015 when I came to Heartland. I had tried to get sober in the past, but nothing ever worked. About 3 months into my program at the Men's Center, I gave my life to Christ. And that's what started the change in me. That's when I knew that I wasn't technically an addict anymore. I knew that there was issues in my life, but I knew that something changed, that something inside of me was different. When I gave my life to Christ and made that decision to dedicate my life to Christ and made that decision to stay sober and become a productive member of society, there's things that came along with that. And what that looks like is I actually have to be a member of society. And what I mean by that is I have to stay plugged into the body of the church. I talk to multiple different people. Before I make any major decision in my life, I talk to people. I hash ideas out with people. I fellowship with people. That's been the main point of me staying sober and free for these past years. The main struggle, I think, for men the initial step for them coming into recovery is they don't want to stop. They don't want to give that drug or that alcohol or that woman, they don't want to give that up. Or if it's a female, they don't want to give that man up. Whatever it may be, they don't want to stop. And it's crucial to make that first step. I encourage anybody out there struggling with addiction or whatever it may be, you have to make that first step. You have to make that decision that you want something different, that there's hope on the other side, that you don't have to live in misery and you don't have to be miserable every day, that there is hope, but you have to make that first step. It's hard to love an addict. And sometimes you have to love an addict from a distance, and that's the best way you can help them, is to help them initially get help, but then you have to step away from the situation and let God do his thing. Because sometimes you can help somebody too much, love somebody too much. And what I mean by that is when you're not an addict and somebody else is, you don't know the damage that you can cause by loving them too much.